See this picture. In a playground, children like to slide on a slider, and slider is on a definite defined angle from earth. So we can observe the angle here. If theta is the angle, what will happen to the slider if we change the angle? Just we will see here. So assume that this line indicates the slider, and this line indicates the ladder, and it is the ground. Now here slider makes some angle with the ground. If I am changing the angle, so I am changing the angle and placing the slider like this by changing the angle. By here I am increasing the angle okay, made by the slider and the ground. What will happen? Is it possible to slide the children freely like previous slider? No. If they try to slide on the slider, they will fall down. So why it happened? Because I be in previous slider I maintained some angle with the ground. That angle is comfortable to slide on the slider. When I increase the angle, then the angle increased, and when the children try to slide on this slider, they fall down. So we have to keep the slider in this position, that they have to maintain particular angle where the children can slide without fear and without fall down. So okay, this is the use of the angles. If we assume that mathematics as a big tree which has so many branches, like mathematics has algebra as a branch and number theory, geometry, like that trigonometry is also one of the important branch. The children students who want to take mathematics as a subject in higher studies, they have to keep concentrate on this trigonometry. It is newly introduced in 10th class, so you are learning trigonometry first time. So all the basics you have to concentrate. Okay, learn without fear. You can easily understand the concepts. When you understand the concepts, you can do the problems so easily. Okay, now we can see the naming the sides in a right angle triangle. How we can name the three sides? Here, consider a right angle ABC where angle B is equal to 90 degrees. Here we are considering right angle at B. So just see. Here I am taking a right angle triangle ABC, right angle at B we are taking. Now there are two acute angles, one at angle A and another one it is angle C. Now I am considering acute angle at A. Based on the acute angle A, now I am naming the sides. First of all, always right angle opposite side indicates the hypotenuse. So this is right angle opposite, that is hypotenuse. So here AC becomes the hypotenuse. You have to keep concentrate that the longest side is hypotenuse in a right angle triangle. Always the hypotenuse is longest side. Okay, and after that, based on A, which side is opposite? So clearly we can say that BC is opposite to angle A or angle theta. So this BC becomes the opposite side of angle A. And the third side AB, this is adjacent to our A or angle theta. So this becomes adjacent side of angle A. Okay, so then we can say that AC is hypotenuse and BC is equal to opposite side of angle A, and AB is equal to adjacent side of angle A. Okay, now naming the sides in a right angle triangle, same triangle I am considering, that means at angle B I am taking the right angle. Now based on the angle C, so I am here I am taking ABC triangle, and here at B we have the right angle. Now according to the angle C, now we are naming the three sides. Here acute angle is at angle C. Now always the right angle opposite side indicates the hypotenuse. So first we have to name hypotenuse. Here AC is the longest side. This becomes the hypotenuse. And opposite to angle C or theta. So here AB becomes the opposite one. So here AB indicates opposite side of angle C. And the third side, that is BC, it becomes the adjacent side of angle C. So we can write like this: AC is equal to hypotenuse, AB is equal to opposite side of angle C here, and BC is equal to adjacent side of angle C. Like this, first we have to name the sides of a triangle with corresponding to the given angle. If we considered A as angle, so BC becomes opposite and AB becomes adjacent, but hypotenuse is same. Keep concentrate that. If we are naming the same triangle name according based on the angle C, then here AB becomes the opposite side and BC becomes the adjacent and hypotenuse is same. AC is always hypotenuse in this case. Okay. Now, there is one do this problem. So just see and you can do this. Just I will explain it. Identify hypotenuse, opposite side and adjacent side for the given angles in the given triangle. So first what we have to do, first we have to identify the right angle. Here it is the right angle, so opposite to this becomes the hypotenuse. After that, which angle you are writing, for angle or we are writing the opposite and adjacent. So take that angle, first opposite side to that angle becomes opposite side and third one becomes the adjacent. Okay, so like that you can name. So in this case, second problem, they are asking for angle x. So first, based on angle x, you have to write. That means here at z we have the right angle. So this becomes the hypotenuse. And after that, based on angle x. So here it is angle s. Based on that, you have to mention the opposite side, and the third one becomes the adjacent side. Similarly, once again, take y as angle and which side becomes opposite and which side becomes adjacent, you have to mention. So, based on the previous knowledge, you can do this. Okay. Now, we are going to discuss about one important theorem that already we learned this theorem in similar triangles, that is Pythagoras theorem or Baudhayana theorem. This is very important theorem we are using in this first exercise. Okay, now in trigonometric problems, when two sides are given, to find the third side we can use this theorem. Just see the theorem. In a right triangle, the square of length of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of lengths of the other two sides. That means here we have to consider right angle triangle. Let it be the right angle triangle and name that ABC is the right angle triangle. Here at B we have the right angle, so we get AC as hypotenuse and AB is one of the side and BC is another side. Then according to the Pythagoras theorem, we get a relation like this: hypo square, that is hypotenuse square, is equal to side 1 square plus side 2 square. Okay, so when I consider theta at C, then here AB becomes opposite side and BC becomes adjacent side. In this particular case, the same theorem we can write like this: hypotenuse square is equal to opposite side square plus adjacent side square. Or you can find out by using hypo square is equal to side 1 square plus side 2 square. So this is important theorem. So keep in mind. See this. Write lengths of hypotenuse, opposite side and adjacent side for the given angles in the given triangle. So before writing the opposite adjacent side, first take this as a side 1 and side 2 in a right angle triangle. Apply the Pythagoras theorem and find the third side. That means if you observe that here it is the right angle, then this becomes the hypotenuse. And let it is side 1 and this is side 2. We don't know the side 2 value. Let it be x. And use the Pythagoras theorem first and find the value of AB. Here let AB is equal to x. Assume that AB is equal to x. You can use that. So based on the Pythagoras theorem, what Pythagoras theorem says? Hypotenuse square is equal to side 1 square plus side 2 square. We can change this. If you want side 2, we can write the same formula. Here side 1, if you move to the left side, then it becomes plus, becomes minus. So we can get the relation like this. So when you need side 2 square, we can find this by using hypotenuse square minus side 1 square. Okay, so we want to find the x value here. So we can write x square is equal to hypotenuse square. What is hypotenuse value here? It is 5. So 5 square minus side 1. Side 1 it is 4. So 4 square. So just x square is equal to 5 square means 25 minus 4 square is 16. So we get x square is equal to 25 minus 16 gives 9. So what is the x value, ma? Here in previous problems we did that x square is equal to plus or minus root 9. Here no need to take minus because all these values are lengths of a triangle. So no need to take minus because length is always a positive number. So just write root 9. So root 9 value is 3. So x is equal to 3 here. That means the length of the AB is 3 here. So take that value and after that here we get 3 centimeters. After finding the AB value, just write the values. For angle C they are asking. So for angle C means consider C here. So opposite to B it becomes hypotenuse, and based on C which becomes opposite? This. You have to just mention the sides and their lengths, and this becomes the adjacent. Okay, like that you have to write for angle A also. Okay, now just we are doing one activity. Based on that activity we find the trigonometric ratios. We define the trigonometric ratios here. Okay, just see the activity. What we have to do? First we have to draw a horizontal line. Okay, so just indicate the points A, B, C and D, E on this line. In the distance of AB is 3 centimeters here. Take the distance of BC also 3. That means the distance from A to C is 6 centimeters. And C to D also 3 centimeters, D to E also 3 centimeters. Now we have to draw the perpendicular to this AE at the points B, C, D and E. Just look here and considering the points like this, and I am drawing a perpendicular to AB. PB is perpendicular line drawn to AB. Okay. Similarly, QC. This is the perpendicular drawn to AC or AE. And RD. RD is also a perpendicular line drawn to AE. SE. This is also a perpendicular line. Here I am drawing the perpendicular lines with um, such that BP is equal to 4 centimeters, CQ is equal to 8 and DR is equal to 12 and ES is equal to 16. Now join the points A, P, Q or S. Then you will get a straight line like this. If you observe that here we are getting triangles, right angle triangles. One it is ABP and another one ACQ. Next ADR and AES. If you observe that all these are right angles. At B we have right angle, at C we have right angle, at D, at E. Okay, and to all these triangles angle A is common here. One of the angle is common and another angles are right angles. clearly we can say that all these triangles are similar triangles. Okay, based on the angle property, we can say that one of the angle is same and another one is right angle. Automatically, third angle is also same. So we can say that all these triangles are similar triangles. Now, here just observe that here at A I am taking the angle theta. Now consider the triangle ABP. Here at B we have the right angle. So at based on the A, BP becomes the opposite side and AP becomes the hypotenuse. We don't know the value of hypotenuse, just we can calculate by using the Pythagoras theorem. So already we know that hypo square is equal to side square plus side square. One of the side is 4. So we get 4 square plus 3 square. Okay. 4 square is 16. 3 square is 9. So we get 25. 25 is nothing but 5 square. That means here we get the hypotenuse as 5 centimeters. Okay. Like this we can find the hypo value. And after that here I am considering the opposite by hypo ratio. So what is the opposite value here? Just observe that opposite we have 4 and hypotenuse we have 5. So the ratio is 4 by 5. And sides. So opposite is nothing but BP. BP by AP. So we can write BP by AP. Now consider the next triangle, that is ACQ. Now for this triangle find opposite by hypo value. Here also we have to find the hypotenuse value. So hypotenuse is AQ here. We know the this CQ becomes the opposite, but we don't know the hypo. Just find out. How can we find? So here this side becomes 3 plus 3 6. So we can find 6 square plus 8 square. 6 square is 36 plus 8 square is 64. So we can write this as 100. 100 is nothing but 10 square. That means we get hypotenuse as 10. Now just observe the opposite by hypo ratio. What is opposite value? 8 by hypo 10. So 8 by 10. That means 2 fours are 2 fives are. So observe that same 4 by 5 we obtained here. Okay. So that means here the ratio of opposite by hypo, that is CQ by AQ, is also same. Next, consider the other triangle, that is ADR. Here also we don't know the hypotenuse value. Okay, one of the side becomes 3 3 3. That means here 9 and here 12. So we can get hypo square is equal to one side is 9 square. So directly I am writing 81 plus another side becomes 12. 12 square is 144. So this becomes 225. That means 15 square. So hypotenuse is 15 here. Opposite is 12. Now observe the ratio. Opposite by hypo. What is opposite here? 12. What is hypo value here? 15. So same 3 fours are 3 fives are. We get 4 by 5. Is it or not? So this ratio is also same. So we can say that the ratio here dr by ar. So dr by ar is also equal to 4 by 5, that is previous triangles. And now consider the other triangle, that is AES. Here also we get the same one, that is the ratio of opposite by hypo. Here we get ES by AS. The ratio is same here. So when we consider without changing the angle A, we consider the similar triangles. Okay, right angles triangles are these. So the ratio of opposite by hypotenuse is same. This ratio we defined as sine theta, or we are writing based on angle A. So we can write sine A also. Sine theta or sine A. That means we can define sine theta as opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side to the angle theta. Or if you want to write sine A, so sine A is equal to opposite side to angle A by hypotenuse. Okay, so this is one of the trigonometric ratio. So similarly, we have to find the ratio of the adjacent by hypotenuse. Already we find opposite by hypotenuse, that is defined as sine theta. Now we are going to check whether adjacent by hypotenuse is also same or not. Okay, let's. So here it becomes the AP becomes the hypotenuse and sorry, AP becomes the hypotenuse and AB becomes the adjacent side. Now adjacent by hypotenuse ratio we are finding. So what is the ratio here? Just tell me the value. Adjacent is 3 centimeters by hypotenuse is 5. So 3 by 5 is ratio value. We can write based on sides adjacent is AB. So AB by AP and consider the next triangle, that is ACQ. Here also already we find that the hypotenuse AQ value is 10 here. So 10 means, now find adjacent by hypo value. What is adjacent? 3 plus 3. Here it is 10. 6 by 10. That means we can cancel by using 2 table. We get the same value. Okay. That means here also the ratio is equal. That is AC by AQ. Consider the other triangle ADR. Here also already we know that AR gives us 15. So A to R is 15 and adjacent becomes 9 here. So adjacent 9 by 15. We can cancel it by using 3 table. 3 3s are 3 5s are. We get the same 3 by 5 here. So we can say that the ratio of adjacent by hypotenuse is same. That means AD by AR. Similarly, we can take the another triangle and we can say that AE by AS also same. So that means adjacent by hypo ratio in these particular similar triangles, one of the angle is right angle and when angle A is fixed. Angle A here we are considering as theta. So this ratio is same and this ratio is called as the cosine theta. In general, we write as a cos theta, cosine theta. So shortly we can call it as cos theta. So cos theta is nothing but adjacent side by hypotenuse. If you want to write cos A, that is cosine A, so then we can write adjacent side of angle A by hypotenuse. Okay, so this is the second trigonometric ratio. And next, based on the same activity, now we are finding the ratio of the opposite side by adjacent side. So opposite by adjacent ratio we are finding. So consider the triangle ABP. So what is the opposite by adjacent ratio? Here we have 4 and here we have 3. So it is 4 by 3. And based on side we can write this as BP by AB. And consider the next triangle, that is ACQ. Here we can write that opposite by adjacent. So opposite we have 8 by adjacent means 3 3 6. So 2 4s are 2 3s are same 4 by 3. Okay, like this we can say that CQ by AC. If you consider the next triangle, here also we get the same value, that is uh, dr by AD value, that is equal to the next triangle, that is opposite by hypotenuse, that is SE by AE. So here also opposite by adjacent ratio is same in all these similar triangles. So we can define this ratio as the tangent theta. Tangent theta, that means based on theta we are writing the ratios. So we can say that tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. These three are important trigonometric ratios, and total there are 6 trigonometric ratios. Just we will see now. So first trigonometric ratios. First ratio we defined, that is sine A. Sine A is equal to opposite side. Here I am writing only opposite side. That means opposite side to angle A. You have to assume opposite side to angle A by hypotenuse. And cosine A, shortly we can write cos A, COSA. While writing, we use COSA. That's full form is cosine A. We can call it as cos A also. Cos A is equal to adjacent side of angle A by hypotenuse. And tangent A, simply we can write TAN A, tan A. That is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. Okay. Now, the multiplicative inverse of sine A. If you consider the multiplicative inverse, or we can say reciprocal also. So the reciprocal value of sine A is called cosecant A. So simply cosecant A we can write as cosec A, COSEC A. Okay. In some books they use this also, CSCA, CSCA. So that is cosec A, cosecant A. So cosecant A is nothing but the multiplicative inverse of sine A. So we can write like this, cosecant A or cosec A is equal to 1 by sine A. Similarly, the multiplicative inverse of cos A. The multiplicative inverse of cos A is equal to secant A. While writing, we can write shortly as SECA. That is secant A. We can pronounce as sec A also. Okay. Next, secant A is equal to 1 by cosine A. That is 1 by cos A. Keep in mind, ma. First, we learn the three ratios, trigonometric ratios. After that, we are finding the multiplicative inverses of each and every one. Okay. Next, multiplicative inverse of tangent A, that is tan A. That is nothing but cotangent A. Cotangent A. Simply we can write as cot A. COTA, cot A. So, cot A is equal to 1 by tan A. That means cotangent A is equal to 1 by tangent A. Okay. These are the 6 trigonometric ratios. Okay. So, these 6 formulas you have to keep concentrate. Next here, one do this problem is there. Find sin C, cos C and tan C in the adjacent triangle. Just I am giving the hint, ma, you have to do that. Here, in this triangle, they given that at B we have the right angle. So, this becomes the hypotenuse. And one side we know that this is side 1, but we don't know the side 2. First, we have to find out side 2 by using the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, na? So first find out that. After that, sin C they are asking. So how we can write sin C? Here I am taking this as x. Now sin C. What is the formula for sin C? That means sin formula is opposite side by hypotenuse. Okay, what is opposite side is here. So based on C we have to write. So this becomes the opposite side. That means AB. AB length by hypotenuse is AC. So what is AB length? You have to find by using Pythagoras theorem, that you have to mention here. That value by AC, that is 13 they given. Like this you have to write. And cos C. So cos C formula is adjacent side by hypotenuse. So what is adjacent side here? Based on the same C we have to write. So if this becomes the opposite, then this becomes the adjacent. That means BC. BC by AC. So what is BC length here? 5 by 13. So 5 by 13. Like this you have to write. Okay. Similarly for tan C, you try, you will get. Okay. See the second problem. So they given that triangle XYZ, Y is right angle. That means here I have to take Y here and XZ. So I have to name the remaining two sides as X here. I'm taking Z here. So XZ. So XZ value is 17 centimeters and YZ. So YZ is here. Here we have to take 15 centimeters and find sin X, cos Z, tan X. So they are giving different angles. So first, whatever the angle, we have to find the third side. That is here you have to find XY value first. Let it be A and use the Pythagoras theorem. Find the A value first. After that, if you want sin X, so here you have to take X value. So what is the sin X formula here? For based on x we are writing, so that is opposite by hypotenuse. You have to write what is the opposite side, that is important here. Based on x, yz becomes the opposite, and hypotenuse always y have right angle, so right angle opposite, this becomes xz becomes the hypotenuse. Just mention the, write the numbers, the lengths. Okay. And similarly cos z, they are asking for cos z, so based on z you have to write. So if it is the angle, then this becomes the opposite. So what is this becomes the adjacent. What is cos z formula? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So what is adjacent here? Yz is the adjacent by hypotenuse, that is zx. Now mention the lengths. Okay. Similarly tan x also. Here tan x, for tan x also we can write um, here there is y and x z. Tan x, tan x means we get opposite by adjacent. For x we are writing what becomes the opposite, this becomes the opposite, this becomes the adjacent, this is hypo. So that means you have to write opposite yz by adjacent is xy here. So yz